Hello. This is the genuinely approachable Sudoku for the 3rd of February 2024. It is Silence is Golden by Bill Murphy, and it is a thermo Sudoku. So let's look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so the digits 1 to 9 go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along thermometers must increase from bulb to tip. So you can see we have a couple thermometers here, not a couple, we have a bunch of thermometers here, and it must form a sequence of increasing digits. So you could have something like 1, 4, 7, 9, for example. So as long as every digit is greater than the previous one, that is valid. Right, so with that, let us begin solving. So let's start off with, I'm going to say the longest one, but I don't think that's where we start. Because I think we look at the boxes maybe. One can only ever go, if one was on a thermometer, it can only ever go on the bulb. And the reason why is because if it were anywhere else, that would imply a digit less than 1, which doesn't work. So 1 is only ever in the bulb, and 9 similarly is always only ever at the end, because 9, in anywhere else would imply a digit greater than 9, which doesn't exist. And so we can do that on both of these sides. Another thing we could do is these long ones, or well, I guess in this row and this row here, we can do something quite similar and say that 1 and 9 can only appear in those areas. Although I don't think that will do much. Maybe it's time to pencil mark, because yeah, another thing we could do is try and pencil mark the candidates for each thermal. So because this is 7 cells long, every cell, every part of the bulb has 3 possible options, with the minimum being a 1, the maximum being a 3 at the very beginning. And because of the fact that there is 1 in one of those cells, that cell cannot be 1. And by that logic, you cannot follow the minimum here, so that can't be 2, that can't be 3, that can't be 4, and so on. I want to see if there is something similar we can do maybe. This 3 here sees that, so that can't be 3. And therefore by minimum, this can't be 4, which gives us all our digits. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That cell is therefore not a 9, which means 9 in this row must be there. And 3 in this box actually can't be there or there, so 3 must go there, meaning this forms a 1-2 pair. And I think the exact same thing happens here, where this can't be 1. But the 2 here makes it slightly different, where so if we look at our options again, without the 1, our options would have looked like this. Yeah, this is not the same, because previously the 3 was able to knock 3 out from there, but it's not the same here, so we can't do that. But I can tell you where 2 goes in this box though, because 2 sees those cells, and from our candidates cannot be here, so 2 must be there. Actually 9 also sees that cell, so 9 has to be there and there. This cell is no longer 9, so 9 goes there. And now where does 8 go in this box? This 8 sees that cell, so it cannot be there, and it cannot be anywhere else that is in those cells, because those would imply something between 8 and 9, which is impossible, so 8 must be there. Okay, what else have we got? Not sure. Although I can tell you that, yeah, we can probably mark these down already, because we only have 7 digits possible, and this one has 6 options. So those are 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, which is very convenient because that forms a 1-2 pair, forcing this to be 3, and pushing everything upwards. So that works. Okay. Now what? 1 is in one of those cells, but that doesn't do anything as far as I can tell. Maybe this one now? Although this one really doesn't do much either. I think this one actually has 4 options per. Yeah, hold on, sorry. I was a little bit distracted over there. But I think I gotta try at least to figure out how everything goes. I can tell you 8 goes in one of those cells because 8 can't be any of those cells, as we've discussed before. All those imply something between 8 and 9, which is impossible. Oh, well, where does 9 go in this box? 9 can't be in those cells, so 9 is one of those cells. It has to be at the very end of the bulb then. Which means what? Does it say like about 8 maybe? 2... Oh, sorry, this 6 sees that, so that's 5, which pushes everything over that way. And actually this 6 sees that cell, so that's 7, which pushes everything down on this end. This now forces 8 to be there. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then 9 is in one of those cells, so 9 has to be there. And everything looks somewhat symmetrical at this point. Not entirely, like, yeah, they're not entirely symmetrical at all, really. So those cells are 1 and 6. Which can't really do anything about. Oh, we can do this one though, because we know this is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6. Although this 1, 6 here forms a very, very weird looking chocolate teapot involving 6 whole digits. I do know that that's not 3 though. So that's 2, which forces 1 in there, which forces that to be 6. And then that forces it to be 5, which pushes everything back down. Okay. Cool. 3. 3 could be anywhere here. I think that's fine. I mean, 2 could be here though. 2 could be in those 2 cells. One of those 2 cells, not both. Right, okay, 5 and 4. Where does 5 and 4 go in this box? 5 and 4 come in those cells, so 5 and 4 must be in here, and must therefore be in order. This cell has to therefore be 6, 7, 8, which does give us something known as roping, where, you know, you have these 3 little ropes here and there. So this would be 6, 7, 8 as well, which we should be able to disambiguate with the 8s here. No, like this is a 6, 7 pair. Unfortunate. This does form a 1, 2 pair here, so our main digits would have to be 5, 6, and 7. Which does have to be in order, so we know that can't be the greatest, and that above can't be the smallest. Which does place 5 here. Right, so now that digit has to be less than 5. So it's... oh well, I guess to complete this column, this has to be 1, 2, and 4, which is always going to be less than 5 anyway. Oh, but didn't we say 1 has to be one of those cells, so this now can't be a 1? And then those cells to complete would have to be 2, 6, and 7. Which does mean that this cell now can't be a 2, so that's 1, that's 2, that's 2. And this can't be 2. Whoa. That can't be 7. And in fact, because of the 6, 7 pair here, this must be 2. Great. We can probably do the same thing here. Those cells are 1 can't be in there, we already know that, so 1 goes there. This has to be 5 and 7, which has to be in order. 7 fixes this 6, 7 pair, which fixes that thing down there. Here we have 1, 3, 4, and 6. 6 has to be one of those cells, and this sees that cell, so this is 6. We have 1, 3, and 4 remaining. This can't be the greatest, so it can't be 4. Okay. To complete this column, we need 3, 4, and 7. This can't be 3 or 4, so that's 7. This is 3 or 4. And in fact, to finish this box, we have 3, 4, and 8, I think. That can't be 3 or 4, so once again, it is 8. Which does give us 3 or 4 here, which makes sense. Those digits are now 5 and 6, which have to be in order. Oh, which does give us more roping again. You can see ropes here. This is 1, 7, and 8. This means that can be 6. And we got a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is for 1, 3, 4 triple, which is not what I expected. But now we have a 2, 8 pair out here, which we can resolve. These now can be 8. Actually, this gives us a 5 in one of those tiles, which we know is not there, so 5 goes there. That is either 1, 6, or 7, but cannot be 7, so it's 1 or 6. Ah, chocolate teapot. Nice. This is 1, 7, 8, and 4, which we cannot disambiguate. This is 6, 7, 8, and 3, and we know 3 is not there, so 3 goes there. So that's 7, and that's 8. Sorry. That's 6, which resolves this entire thing. 7 resolves this entire thing. Wow. So that's not 3, which gives us another chocolate teapot. Very nice. Those are 1 and 4, which right now... oh, this can't be 4. I should have seen that because there's a 2 right after it. So that's 1, 4, which should resolve this entire thing and let us solve the puzzle. 3 here, 4 there. 11 minutes and 6 seconds. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.